All right, we are live on YouTube. I'm just waiting on the video to connect on my other monitor so I can grab that link and put it in our free business mastermind group so that our community can join us conveniently and easily on the YouTube. Let me grab this link. All right, let me throw that over here. All right, I'm waiting on it to cycle through and post. Boom, there we go. So we got it posted. And now I just need to make sure I can see the live chat. All right. Cool beans. Looks like we can get started. Welcome to her First Six Figures Morning Show that is an interactive coaching and training experience as a part of a free business mastermind group to position Black and Brown female online service-based entrepreneurs to generate their first six figures by learning how to make the money and create time freedom. This week's blog is at shaycannon.com/more. That's shaycannon.com/more. Let me put that over here on the YouTube side, because what we will be talking about this week is transform your sales. Do this to sell more often. All right. Because if you want to make more money, you have to sell more often. It's that simple. Yet for many online service-based entrepreneurs, especially those balancing a job, a business, and life's never-ending responsibilities, consistent selling feels overwhelming, uncomfortable, and even unnatural. But here's the truth. The more your offer is in front of the right people, the more revenue opportunities you create. It's not about luck, it's about positioning. So your ideal clients can't buy what they don't see, and they won't invest in what isn't consistently presented as a valuable solution to their problems. So if you're reaching your first six figures, if reaching your first six figures is a goal of yours, then selling must become a daily intentional action, not an afterthought or an occasional push, okay? The elephant of truth in the room: without making offers, your business isn't a business. It's just an expensive hobby. So there are strategies so that you can sell every day without being salesy, okay? And without doing the same thing over and over again. So we're going to talk about 4 of those ways and strategies this week. The first one that we're going to talk about today is social media, all right? One of the most powerful tools for putting your offer in front of the right audience is social media. It's no longer just a platform for connection and social activity. It's an organic sales machine when used intentionally, okay? Social media allows you to stay visible, build trust, and nurture potential clients before they even need your services. So the beauty of it is that you don't have to chase people down. Your content can work for you around the clock, all right? Positioning you as a solution to their problem. So we talked about consistent content on last week. So you should already be having in your mind that you got to do content and it has to be consistent. All right. So take Tabitha Brown, for example. You know, everybody loves Auntie Tab. So before becoming a household name, she consistently shared her passion, her knowledge, and her offerings on social media. Her authentic presence built a loyal audience that not only supported her, but also turned into paying customers. The key isn't just showing up, it's showing up with purpose. Social media, when leveraged correctly, creates opportunities that traditionally marketing can't match, especially paid marketing. Some paid marketing can't match your opportunity at organic marketing. So, allowing you to sell more often without feeling like you're constantly selling. Okay. So social media is the tool. Now that's what's in the blog, but you know, here on the morning show, I give you more. So let me get to these show notes where you know I got no less than 10 strategies for you, because telling you that you can sell every day on social media is one thing, but showing you different ways to do it without feeling salesy and without feeling like you're doing the same thing every time, now that's a strategy. So that's what we're going to talk about, okay? 10 ways for you to sell on social media every day without feeling salesy and without feeling like you're doing the same thing every time, okay? So The first strategy is the storytelling sale. All right. Share a personal or client story that relates to your offer. People connect with stories. We should be adding storytelling to everything, wrap everything in a story. So it feels like they connect with stories and they don't connect with sales pitches. Okay. So for example, I used to struggle with insert pain point until I figured out insert solution. Now I help people like you achieve insert result. Okay, so that's almost like an elevator pitch, but you're saying it in a storytelling manner, and it comes off different. It comes off as a conversation, right? And then you can add a call to action like, if this sounds like you, let's talk. Okay, so that's number one, storytelling selling. Okay. Number two, you got your behind the scenes approach. You give people a peek at how you work, what your process is, or your client transformations. For example, you can show a snippet of your workflow, a voice memo from a client, or a screenshot of someone excited about your service. And then your call to action can be something like, this is how I help my clients. Do you want in? Okay. So behind the scenes approach. Number three, mini training post. Okay. Mini, MINI, training post. So teach one quick tip that showcases your expertise. Let me give you an example. Want to stop feeling overwhelmed with insert problem? Here's a 60-second fix that helps my clients. Call to action, DM me the word help if you want more support with this. So I hope y'all are getting and y'all can mix and match this stuff, right? You can mix and match the call to actions, the way the story goes, all the things. Number four, the call out method. The call out method. And so that's speaking directly to your ideal client by describing their situation. This is why you have to niche down, because it's hard to describe a general situation for a huge group. But if you look at your ideal client as a persona, as one person, you can easily call out one person, right? So describe their situation. For example, for me, I can say, hey, Black and brown women balancing a 9 to 5 and a business. I see you. You're overworked, underpaid, and tired of running in circles. Let's change that. Then have a call to action like drop a fire emoji in the comments if that's you. Very easy. Call out method. Okay. Number five, the screenshot testimonial. The screenshot testimonial. I love that. I have plenty. I get screenshots every time I can. Okay. So post a screenshot of client results of a win or great feedback that you received. For example, you can say a client saying, quote unquote, I just booked my first $3,000 client thanks to your strategy. And then the call to action could be, this could be you, DM me results if you want help. Okay. Number six, the this or that poll. Okay. Some people use it for some people use it for stuff like in your grits, do you want sugar or salt? But we can be a little more specific. Okay. So we can use this or that. And what you're doing is you're going to create engagement by letting your audience choose between two options related to your offer. Okay. So for example, it can say, which one describes you better? I need more clients or I need better systems. Comment below. Okay. And the call to action can be, I'll DM you a quick tip based on your answer. So that's the this or that method. Okay. Number seven, the common mistake post. Okay. Point out a common mistake your ideal client is making and how your offer helps to fix it. For example, struggling to get consistent clients, chances are you're making one of these three mistakes. Okay. And then the call to action will be, want to fix this? DM me, quote unquote, fix it, and I'll send you a free tip. Okay. So of course you're going to list the three mistakes. You're just not going to list how to fix it. You're going to get engagement, and depending on how they tell you the mistake, then you're going to give them a tip based on the mistake. Okay. Number eight, the day in the life post. Okay. Day in the life. So you show how your service fits into your daily life or inside your clients' lives. Let me give you an example. You can say, quote, here's what my morning looks like as I run my business and keep my freedom. Want to build a business that lets you do the same? You'll start to hear me say that a lot, right? And then the call to action I can use is, drop a key emoji if you want the key to my freedom. Okay, so that's the day in the life post. I posted one of those yesterday morning because I have continental breakfast, French continental breakfast on my rooftop on Sunday mornings. So day in the life post. I could have put a call to action behind that. So number 9, the myth buster post. Okay, the myth buster post. I don't care what industry you in. There are some common myths about getting results in that industry, and so you can bust them up. Okay, so break a common industry myth and position your offer as the truth. Give you an example. Myth: you need a big audience to make money. Truth: you need the right offer and strategy to make money. My clients are proof of this. And then your call to action can be, want to learn how, DM me, quote unquote, strategy, and let's talk. Okay. Now, instead of all these DM stuff, you can, or comment below stuff, you can just give a link. So you can mix and match this stuff. Every day ain't got to be by DMing you. Okay. So you mix and match your call to actions. I'm just giving you examples. Last but not least, number 10, the win of the week post. Okay. And this is where you're going to celebrate a win. It could be your win. It could be a client's win, and link it back to your offer. Okay. So example, big win this week. Insert client name, finally hit her first 10K month. And she did it using the same system I teach in. Insert your offer. Okay. Call to action could be, if you're ready to see these types of wins, DM me, quote unquote, win in the chat. All right. So that was the 10. That was the 10. So we're going to start with Shawana Kennedy Media. The question for today is, let me grab this question right here. Boop. Throw this in the studio chat, and let's put it in the YouTube chat. All right, YouTube, we see you over there. All right, so the question for today is, you may have social media, but how will you use the strategy shared today to be more intentional about using it to help you sell more often? Okay, cool beans. I'm going to start with Shawana Kennedy, but I'm going to go through the 10 types of posts again, just as a reminder, okay? Number 1, the storytelling sale. Number 2, the behind the scenes approach. Number 3, the mini training post. That's MINI. Number 4, the call out method. Number 5, the screenshot testimonial. Number 6, this or that poll. Number 7, the common mistake post. Number 8, the day in the life post. Number 9, the myth buster post. Number 10, the win of the week post. Now, keep in mind, our goal, especially if we're trying to sell every day, we're going to use all of these. Okay. The goal is to use all of them, but some of them are easier to use than others. Some of them you might have to gather some stuff. Some of them you can think right now what it is. Okay. And so let me know what that is. So Shawana Kennedy Media, you may have social media, which we know that you do. But how will you use some of these strategies shared today to be more intentional about helping you sell more often? So answer that for us, Shawana Kennedy.
Good morning. I have used all of these in some way. However, I do need to amp up my testimonials so that they're seen. So that they're seen. So for this month, part of this month too, is the testimonials where I'm trying to do the theme week, whether it's a testimonial Tuesday or a thankful Thursday, but where I'm sharing a testimonial.
Or Winning Wednesday. I like all of that.
Oh yeah, that. Yes.
Cool beans. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. All right. Let's go to Dr. Latoya. Dr. Latoya, know you got social media, but how will you use the strategy shared today to be more intentional about selling more often?
There were two that were similar in my mind. Wait a minute. I got caught up in the last conversation. My mind started wandering. I was like, "Ooh, tip two." So yeah. Oh goodness, it was towards the end.
Okay.
Not this or that. What's after this or that?
It was after this. So you got common mistake, day in the life,
Common mistakes.
Mythbuster, and win
Yes.
of the week.
Common mistakes and Mythbusters were the
Gotcha.
two that I was like, I like those.
Well, they're different. So common mistakes are just how people are doing things wrong, right?
Yes.
And then Mythbuster is how people think wrong. You know what I'm saying? They think it's this, but it's that,
Yes.
basically. Cool beans. Love it. Love it. All right. Sasha P in the house. Okay. You got social media. You're about to crank your social media up. So how will these strategies help you be more intentional about selling more often? Which of these strategies will help the most?
Some of them I'm already not doing in social, obviously I'm not there yet, but I have elements of them in like the pitch deck I'm working on, the client transformation. So using examples of like my corporate work, I think will be really key within the social world as well, a snippet of the workflow, and then teaching that one quick tip. That's something I want to work into like the discovery, like audit process, but also I like it for the social. And then the ones that I had not thought about that I highlighted were like the screenshotting the testimonial. I really like the common mistake posts and the win of the week because I think those two will really build that connection with the right person. So I highlighted those to keep in mind.
I like those too because they're easy. Like your initial thought is to create a story around it. You don't have to remind yourself. So I like those too, Sasha. All right.
Yes.
Keith said he's going to do more storytelling. He said, I've started asking for video testimonials, which work best for me. Boom, video. Okay. All right. Dr. Ayana, which of these for your social media do you feel like is going to be most impactful? Which of these strategies we talked about today?
Morning, everyone. Thanks for yet another great listing. Shade, all of them are so very good. I think it's really easy though to just go ahead and plug in the number 4 and 5 call out method and screenshot testimonial. There were several others that resonated with me, but I really like those two.
Cool beans. So I did a post a while back about selling every day and some things that you can do, but they weren't strategies like we're talking about this week. They were kind of behind the scenes stuff. So I'm going to share that link with you. It will also be in the show notes so y'all can check that out in concert with what we're talking about this week. But one other thing I want to show you guys is how intentional I am with my social media and my content, period. Okay. Because I want you to start thinking deeply about these platforms that you're on. So I tell you all the time that I use the 3S method for my content, right? Now, the thing is, I have more than 3 platforms that I'm on, and I'm growing and growing and growing. Like I'm adding more and more and more. Now, you may not add more and more and more. So don't be overwhelmed by the sheer number that I'm trying to get to, because I have decided for 2025 that I'm going to be a media company that happens to have offers for sale. So that means my goal is going to produce as much media as possible, period. Right? So you may not be that, but just know that my top 3 are Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay? Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I have been playing around with threads and I went viral yesterday when I talked about International Women's Day here in Mexico and how I attend the protest every year in support. So that is currently going viral. It was at 300 and something reactions and some shares on yesterday. But another thing I'm using threads for is networking. I've started on LinkedIn, like really from a perspective of trying to capture those jobpreneurs, female jobpreneurs, and talking about time management so I can get them into my paid membership. So I have different things going on that you may not have going on, but just think in terms of the 3S platform: your star platform, your secondary platform, and your seed platform. The star is the one you're doing everything for its algorithm. Everything you do in that platform is for its specific algorithm. The secondary platform is you do 1 or 2 things for the algorithm and then you repurpose on there. On the seed platform, you're only repurposing just to see how it goes. Okay. So that's what I want y'all to focus on. Kimberly says she's going to do testimonials and mythbusters. Cool beans, Kimberly. All right, let me share my screen and take you through this very intentional write-up that I have that I want you guys to start thinking about how you're going to use your, even if you only do the 3, you need to start thinking of these 3 things for each one, okay? So my Facebook group, the purpose of it is it's my primary community building platform, okay? The content that I put out for that group is highly nurturing for business growth, for community building, and for collaboration. Okay. And then I have in brackets that those people get like first dibs on discounts, heavy nurturing, etc. Okay. I drive traffic from that group to the Facebook page, to the YouTube, which mainly is the morning show, to the blog, to lead magnets, and to offers. Okay. So I know exactly where I'm driving traffic from that group to. So these are the three things you want to know for each of your 3S platforms. What is its purpose? What kind of content are you going to put out? And where are you going to drive traffic to from there? Okay. My email list, okay? My purpose is, it's my secondary community building platform, all right? My content is conversational in tone with a focus on value wrapped in storytelling. And as y'all know, for the year, I've started back emailing last week. One goes out today. So I'm right now has started with Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I'm going to add in some Fridays, okay? So my conversation is, it's conversational tone with a focus on value wrapped in storytelling. I'm going to share events, offers, announcements, etc. I'm driving traffic to the YouTube, which is mostly this morning show, the blog posts, lead magnets, so I can segment my list better, and offers. Okay. My website. The purpose of my website is my content and offer hub. Okay. I want a version of all of my content on my website, and I want all of my offers to be housed, all my sales pages are housed on my website. You can't necessarily see them all from the menu, but anytime I give you a link to an offer, it takes you to my website, okay? So my content there, besides the blog, other content is repurposed there through backlinking, okay? If you don't know what backlinking is, that means it's somewhere else, but I'm doing something on my website mentioning it to backlink to where it is, okay? To be evergreen content showcasing my expertise to help with rich SEO, that's search engine optimization. So podcast interviews, media, which by the way, I'm celebrating being in Fast Company magazine. They actually did it at the end of February and didn't say nothing about it. And I discovered it yesterday. Media, contributing writing, and my indie network shows on Dr. Tachi's network are housed there too. So I'm putting all that stuff together. Now, some of this stuff I need to start adding, like the media, the podcast interviews, and my contributing writing. I'm adding them as blog categories. So they appear on the blog, but they're a different category than my value content. Okay. And what is the purpose of my website? Where do I drive traffic to? I only drive traffic to credibility sources, which would be those interviews and features, so that I can get some authority ranking with those backlinks. It's drive traffic to my community and drive traffic to my email. All right. Now, contributing writing and press or media, the purpose of that is exposure for me as an expert and a wider distribution of my reach. Okay. So that's going to be print media and online magazines and print magazines, media, high traffic blogs, and stuff like that. Okay. My content for that is going to be helpful, actionable expertise for entrepreneurs and CEOs. All right. I'm going to drive traffic back to my website. And then I made a note for myself that I need to start using my homepage as like a promotional hub where it's changing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like if you go to product homepages, those change about every month, definitely every season, and definitely every holiday, right? So I want to add that that strategy to my service-based business. I want when you hit my homepage for it to reflect something different, depending on the month, the quarter, or the retail holiday type of thing. But I'm going to start with at least doing it quarterly, changing it up. Okay. Podcasts. All right. My purpose on being on podcasts is going to be to exposure for me as an expert and wider distribution of my reach. I do podcasts that are audio and I do some that are video. That content is going to be mindset, actionable expertise, and stuff about my freedom living lifestyle. Okay. My whole goal is to drive traffic to either my website or my community. Okay. Most likely my community, because I would rather have people in my community. And it's working so far. Like I'm getting trickles in every day of people coming in. I have as one of my questions, like, how did you find the group? And people are telling me like they're finding it from the social posts. They're finding it from me being a podcast guest. So I'm actually keeping up with where these people are trickling in from. All right. My Facebook page. So when you say you have a Facebook strategy, Facebook got different elements to it. It got a Facebook group. It got a Facebook page. It got your account where people friend you. How are you using all of these things, right? So I have pulled it out. How am I using it all? So my Facebook page, the purpose of it is for brand awareness and sales. The kind of content I'm putting over there, promotional and authority building. And I'm pushing my mission, my vision, my offers while building authority, okay? And I'm driving traffic to the blog, the email list, any press that I've gotten, podcasts, and offers, okay? Now, you know, on Facebook, you're not supposed to sell on your account that you have friends on. But the workaround on that is to put it on your Facebook page where you can sell and share it to your account. Okay, so think about it that way. All right, Facebook account. My purpose in my account that you friend is to share my personality. That's where you will see most of the, this is what I did today type of posts, and this is what I think type of posts. Do market research, create general engagement and sales. Okay, so some of it is going to look like me sharing promo posts from my Facebook page because it's outright promo. But some of it, I use memes to be kind of funny. And then I put in the comments, you know, what I want you to go and buy. All right. IG on Instagram, my purpose over there is visual representation for community recruitment, for my lifestyle, and for promotions. Okay. So the content is short form video mostly. Then you get some photos, you get some carousels, and it's all to build authority and highlight lifestyle. And then I drive traffic to the website, which is the blog post, the email list with certain lead magnets, my media, my offers, and collaborations. I often have, when I'm doing podcasts and stuff, I'm often tagged, and people create stories and stuff when I'm collaborating with them. So I actually share it over there where I'm actually tagged within the platform. All right. LinkedIn is something I've turned my attention to lately. My purpose over there is going to be to network and connect with female service-based entrepreneurs to get them in on the ground floor of my offer ladder, which is the paid membership. Okay. So my content over there is connection focused to build authority and to sell. So I'm mostly talking about time management and freedom living over there. So I can sell them into the paid membership that's about goal achieving and time management. All right. I drive traffic to a LinkedIn newsletter that I started just last week. I drive traffic to my LinkedIn endorsements. I drive traffic to my website, authority sources. That's your media and your podcast. My paid membership offer or even sales events. I haven't had one in a while, but one is coming. Okay. So remember when I had workshops or virtual summits and stuff like that, that's what I mean by sales events. All right, on Threads, this is what I'm getting into. Threads, currently going viral right now. But the purpose of me on Threads is I want to network, I want to have conversations, and I want to do a lot of thought leadership, okay? So my content is to connect with active, okay? Active on Threads, where we can have a conversation right there. Active BIPOC female entrepreneurs, influencers, and big publications to start and join conversations and chats. Now, I have curated my threads because when I originally got on Threads, I just had on there like everybody from my Instagram, right? But what I'm doing is as people who are not BIPOC show up, as people who are men that won't help me with my mission for BIPOC women, I have been unfollowing them on my threads. And I have been adding in more BIPOC women with businesses because my goal over there is to have soul conversations with BIPOC women, okay? I'm going to be driving traffic to the blog, to the community, to the email list, and my authority sources, okay? YouTube, I'm about to have 3 total channels on YouTube. I have one, and that's this one that we are live on right now. That is the Her First Six Figures channel. The purpose of that channel is community growth, reach, and sales. My content is the live morning show, some pre-recorded video for rich SEO, and community posts. I'm using my post tab more. This week, I start with a weekly poll. So I already do the Sunday, this is the blog, you know, don't forget about the morning show. Now I'm going to start doing a Friday poll, and then I'm going to start adding in promos as the next step, okay? I also have started a Freedom Living with Shay YouTube channel. The purpose over there is brand influence. I'm sorry, to build influence, possible brand deals, and sales, because the whole focus over there is me being a 50+ woman traveling the world with this freedom lifestyle and owning a business. Okay. So I have a whole different purpose of that channel. So my content is going to be long form and short form freedom living lifestyle storytelling videos. Okay. And I'm going to repurpose my show from Dr. Tachi's network, Design Your CEO Life, over there. So I'm about to put season 1 over there because we're in season 2, about to go to season 3. All right. My faceless channel that I'm about to start is Operations Virtual Assistance Hub. Okay. And the purpose of that is going to be faceless reach and sales. The content is going to be pre-recorded video for SEO richness and community posts. And I will be driving traffic to my OVA email list and the OVA course. Okay. So that's going to be the faceless channel. On TikTok, I'm about to jump back in TikTok, but only for lifestyle stuff. So this TikTok account that I'm about to do a new one. I'm not going to use my old one. And it's going to be connected to the freedom living. And over there, I'm going to be building influence, possible brand deals, and sales. And so my content is going to be short form, freedom living lifestyle storytelling, and some clips from the Design Your CEO Life show. I'm going to drive traffic to, that says her first 6 figures, but that really should say freedom living with Shay channel, and sales. Okay. So I am very intentional with what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And so I want you guys to start thinking in terms of that. Why are you on that platform? What is the purpose? Okay. What kind of content are you going to put on your each specific platform? Okay. And where are you driving traffic to from that platform? All of these need to be thought out, specific and intentional. All right. Any questions? All right. We went over kind of a lot. Any questions about using social media to sell more often and being very intentional about each of your platforms like I just showed you? Any questions about that? Any value adds about social media? What are you doing on social media that's working well? Shawana, I know you can come off the mic on what is working well, value add.
Oh my goodness. Video though. Video, how to. If we don't do nothing else, that will make people chime in when they see that. And the importance of, like you said, we do have to watch what we put on certain platforms. But the how-tos and showing yourself as authentic as possible, because what I found personally, y'all know I like a good wig. But what I have actually found out is people really do prefer to see my natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
So
and,
I've
and
had
also
to.
the same style over and over again, like I told you.
Oh my God! Oh my God, y'all!
They
And
want to be
I
able
have
to
to
easily recognize you, ma'am.
For the record,
Yeah.
that
I feel like
drives
we
me
talked about
bananas.
that in 2000, in
Oh
the
my
year
God!
2000.
But they really do, honestly. And frequency, consistency, consistency. I don't care if you're talking about the same thing. If you're in a different room doing it a different way, it makes people look. It really do. And that has been one of the things that I have had to make, not only put my forward-facing offer, but to really, we have got to show up. I can't say that enough. That needs to be in the front. That's the first book of the visibility Bible.
Playbook. Yep. You
I'm
right.
just saying, we have got to be seen. We really do.
Cool beans.
Because there's so many things going on. So yeah, that's what I add.
Cool beans. Thank you. I appreciate that. So Dr. Latoya, I know that you are a beast on YouTube right now, and you also use Facebook. Are there any other social media platforms that you're using as often?
No, I realized that trying to be everywhere was stressing me out. And even though I was repurposing the content, and had a pretty easy automated system, it just still was inconsistent with with what I was trying to do. So this dedicated approach for me right now is absolutely working out so much better. And this week I am going to start doing the the post tab in YouTube, like you've talked about. I haven't incorporated it yet, but I'm going to start that this week.
Yeah, I was like, it's time to do something else now. So I'm doing my little graduated phases so that I'm doing more than just selling over there. But I already got what I'm telling, I'm telling you, hey, the blog is hot off the press. Make sure you join us, this week. I even have the date of the week. Let me show y'all. I'm acting like I can't show y'all what that looks like. So let me pull up. But you won't be able to see my poll because it is scheduled for Friday, but I can at least show you what I'm doing every week right now. All right, let me share my screen. All right, so when you go to someone's channel, right, you end up on the home page, but if they have the community tab activated, it now says posts. It used to say community. And what it is it now shows up like a feed. So you can type something in here that's just words. You can add an image. You can add a poll that are each of the different options is an image. You can add a poll where each of the options is text or words. You can add a quiz. You can add video. Okay. Now, the only video you can add has to be one of the existing YouTube videos. So you can really only add something with a link that is a YouTube link. Okay. Now, published every Sunday, what I do is I come in here and I publish about my blog. And it starts off with the same thing. Want to get a jump on the conversation for this week. I put in the actual date so they can know what week I'm talking about because I say the same thing every week. On your First Six Figures morning show, the blog is hot off the press. I put in the first paragraph of the blog and then I give you the link. And then I remind you about the details of the morning show, right? So I do this every Sunday and I've been doing it for a while. So y'all see that? That's what I've been doing. Well, now it's time to up the ante. And now it's time for me to add a new post. So now I am scheduling my first poll. What is this? Go away. So the poll is going to be about each of the sections of the blog, right? So I'm essentially going to ask them, hey, do you have this problem that we talked about this week? Which one of the 4 things that we talked about is your biggest problem, right? And by the way, I gave strategies for each of these problems in the lives this week. So go back and check out the replays. So you see, really this poll is intentionally redirecting you to watch the videos if you have not watched them. Okay. So also what I'll be adding is probably a Wednesday promo post every week is what I'm going to start adding in my next phase of putting stuff over here. All right. So yeah, I'm liking using that because I already am getting people to interact with me over there and engage with me over there. So, and I'd be surprised every time I get a react. I'm like, oh, y'all are really looking at this little post community tab. So yes, let me and it works very well as you're getting more and more subscribers because they're getting notifications that you're posting over there. Dr. Ayana said I used the image poll today. Cool beans. Yeah, we need to get into this thing, y'all. All right. Any other questions about using social media or using it intentionally so that you can be selling every day without being salesy? Any questions? Tomorrow, we're going to talk about your email list. Okay. So get ready for that. But you know that the morning show is a part of our free business mastermind group. So we have announcements along with the free business mastermind group. This morning show serves as like a class, and I have class notes with the 10 strategies that you want to get. So there's only 2 ways to get them. Number 1, be a part of our free business mastermind group, and in the group they live in the files section. But number 2, you can get the show notes and the entire morning show in your email inbox by going to shaycannon.com/show to sign up. You will get 2 emails every broadcast day, one in the morning to remind you to hop on the YouTube live morning show, and one in the afternoon with a link to the replay and a link to the show notes. So go to shaycannon.com/show to sign up. All right. Today is a Get Shit Work Done session for the paid membership only. So check your Google Calendar, check your member dashboard. And also there will be a message that goes out in the Slack channel at about 12 o'clock today. So find out more about me, your host, Shay Cannon, and how to get in the highly valuable, often mentioned free business mastermind group, go to the description below for links and more information, okay? Now, if you haven't already, you know you got good value today like you do every show, so give us a thumbs up and like the episode. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can get the posts in our community tab, and also be never miss a show, okay? Get all of the value, okay? So make sure that you're subscribed. Also, this is going to be a 4-part series, so make sure that you are checking out the other videos on the channel. So check out the other videos in the series. And with that, we are closing. The studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you right